After a short break to get their breaths back, the InvestChem Formula Fords are ready for race 2. The lights go out and they race into turn 1. Stratum getting a great start, moves into the lead ahead of David Jeremy with Andrew Horn in third. Fenter moving alongside Horn and running side by side through the exit. Ian Schofield started at the back after his DNF in race 1, and he'll be keen to get up to the front of the field. Through turn 2, he makes his way past the red Swift of Rex Tweedy. Ahead of him now is son Andrew in the Reynard RF. Ian Schofield doesn't waste any time and slides past Andrew through turn 3. Coming into the boot, the lead 3 have pulled a bit of a gap. Andrew Horn challenging David Jeremy down the inside, but he isn't close enough yet. On the back straight, Matej Stratum runs ahead of David Jeremy and Andrew Horn, who are running side by side in drag race fashion down the back straight. Dean Fenter is tucked in behind them, trying to take advantage of a slipstream. Into turn 9, they run nose to tail. They have picked up where they left off in race 1 with close, thrilling racing. Fenter challenges Jeremy as he looks down the inside. In front of him, Horn has a look down the inside of Stratum. Horn is unsuccessful and pulls back in behind Stratum. Fenter still running side by side with Jeremy, and Schultz has joined the battle. This is really shaping up to be a fantastic race. Onto the main straight, and some battles are running 3 abreast. Andrew Horn looking down the inside of Matej Stratum as they power their way through the long left-hand bend. Horn moves into the lead. Stratum fights back. He is right on Horn's gearbox and has a look as they approach turn 2. Wheel to wheel they run up to turn 3, but Stratum loses out with the outside line and falls into the clutches of Dean Fenter. Donny Lamola retires from Miguel with suspension failure. David Jeremy lining up Dean Fenter on the stretch between Castle Corner and the Uncinis. Wheel to wheel they race. Coming into Uncini 1, Jeremy has the advantage and moves ahead of Fenter. Fenter will try to fight back as they head onto the back straight. Wheel to wheel, Stratum and Jeremy race down the back straight. Behind them, Holton and Fenter do the same. At the end of the straight, Jeremy moves ahead of Stratum and Fenter closes in on the Talon. His nose cone right on Stratum's gearbox, but he can't find a gap. Fenter will persist though. Behind them, Ian Schofield is closing in on Dalen Holton, and he will soon be looking for a way past the Van Diemen. Into turn 3, and Stratum makes a pass on David Jeremy and moves up into second position. The battle for second has allowed Andrew Horn to build up a nice cushion in the lead. Schofield moves to the right and has a look down the inside of Dalen Holton. Round the boot the pair race, but Holton holds firm and stays ahead of Schofield for now. The battle for second place races into the Uncinis. Jeremy racing inches away from Stratum. The pair touch and Jeremy's nose cone goes flying. This will affect the car's handling drastically. Within a few meters, Dean Fenter has the drop on him and makes the pass as they go onto the back straight. Holton is also pushing hard and he runs alongside Fenter as they come down the straight. Fenter holds on to third place and Holton ends up falling in behind Jeremy as they come into turn 9, just ahead of Ian Schofield. Looking at the contact again between Stratum and Jeremy, Stratum slows and turns in. Jeremy, carrying more speed, gets his nose cone caught on Stratum's wheel and it goes flying. Matej Stratum leads Dean Fenter up to and through turn 3. Behind them, David Jeremy is doing his best to keep Dalen Holton and Ian Schofield at bay. No mean feat as his car's not handling tremendously well. Schofield has a look down the inside of Holton again, and this time it works and he takes the position. David Jeremy is now in his sights. Down the back straight, Stratum holds a very slight advantage over Fenter as they race into turn 9. Behind them, Ian Schofield has managed to get ahead of David Jeremy. Holton tried to follow him through, but wasn't close enough this time round. Dalen Holton continues his chase after David Jeremy, but he's coming under pressure from Paul Schultz as they come into Gielskop. Close racing throughout the field. At the end of the main straight into turn 1, Dalen Holton takes the inside line and makes the pass on David Jeremy eventually. Paul Schultz follows him through. David Jeremy runs wide on the exit, and this allows Andrew Schofield to go through as well. The battle for second has not calmed down, and Fenta and Stratum run wheel to wheel through the boot. Up to Castle Corner, and there's nothing in it. Fenta checking to his left as they come into the corner. He takes the line, and he's ahead of Stratum for now. Fenta seems to have been able to pull a bit of a gap over Stratum. Schofield, on the other hand, is right on Stratum's gearbox, and this might have slowed Stratum down as he defended his line to Schofield. Nose to tail, they run through the Uncinis. Behind them, Holton and Schultz are also locked in battle. Down the back straight, Schofield pulls alongside Stratum, gets the power down and moves ahead into third place. Stratum doesn't have an answer for the Miguel. It's not long before Schofield is caught up to the gearbox of Dean Fenta and is challenging him for second position. Down the inside and through he goes. After the disappointment of race 1, I'm sure Ian Schofield will be happy with his progress in race 2 so far. Great racing to work his way up from the back of the grid. Coming down the back straight, and Fenta challenges Schofield for the position, but Schofield holds strong and stays ahead as they race into turn 9. Fenta isn't going to make it easy for him, and he's still right behind Schofield, keeping his mirrors full of the blue Swift. Through Gielskorp, Fenta trails Schofield. Into turn 11, and Fenta takes the inside line and second place from Schofield as they accelerate onto the main straight. Schofield fights back and moves alongside Fenta as they approach turn 1, and he retakes the position. Fenta comes back at him as they exit the corner. Side by side they race to turn 2. Schofield edges ahead. On the back straight, it's Schofield ahead of Fenta, with Stratum and Holton battling behind them. Holton pulls out alongside Stratum as they approach turn 9, but he isn't close enough to make a move, and Stratum stays ahead as they go through the right-handers. Ahead of them, Fenta and Schofield are still battling for second place. Fenta getting it a bit sideways out of turn 9, but doesn't lose much ground to Schofield through Gielskorp. Fenta watching Schofield to his left as they run into turn 11. Making the turn, he has moved ahead of the Miguel and has nabbed second place as they turn onto the main straight and take the flag. Behind them, Matej Stratum has kept Dalen Holton at bay. Andrew Horn took victory by over 5 seconds, and his results at Phakisa have ensured that he is the 2015 Investchem Formula Ford champion. Point 3